How many carbs should you eat each day? Today, we'll run through a sample meal plan and look at scenarios for an average person, someone choosing to reduce their carb intake, and someone following a calorie-controlled diet, helping figure out how many carbs are right for you. Hi, I'm Chris and welcome to Carbs Cals, the channel that helps you understand the food you eat so you can manage your diabetes and weight and lead a healthier lifestyle. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and the bell button for all the latest videos. The amount of carbs someone needs each day varies depending on age, gender, weight and physical activity. This means there is no set amount of carbs recommended for everyone. Someone doing frequent exercise for a number of hours each week will need more carbs than someone who is less active. There is still a lot of debate, but national guidelines recommend around 50% of calories coming from carbs. Some people with diabetes may wish to have a lower intake of around 40% to help the rise in blood glucose after a meal. Here's our quick guide on how many carbs to eat each day. Let's look at the numbers before we get to the meal plan. Take an average adult weighing 70 kilograms who is looking to maintain their weight. They need around 2,000 calories per day. If 50% of this is coming from carbs, which have 4 calories per gram, they'll be aiming for 250 grams of carbs per day. The next scenario is someone choosing to have fewer carbs. Changing the proportion to 40% of calories coming from carbs results in 200 grams of carbs per day. And the third scenario is someone looking to lose weight on a calorie-controlled diet. If they're aiming for 1,400 calories at 50% carbs, each day they would be consuming 175 grams of carbs. You can use the BMI and calorie requirement calculator on the Carbs Cals website to work out your personalised daily carb amount. Link is in the description below. And what does all this look like in practice? Here's how you might achieve 250 grams of carbs in a day. For breakfast, a small bowl of muesli with semi-skimmed milk and 150 ml smoothie comes to 71 grams of carbs. A mid-morning cup of coffee with a splash of milk and no sugar is just 2 grams of carbs. At lunchtime, a tuna sweet corn sandwich with cherry tomatoes, small packet of crisps and 3 dried apricots for extra fibre adds 68 grams. Chickpea curry with brown rice and a fruit yogurt is a further 92 grams of carbs for dinner. And snacking on a pear, a handful of cashews and some pumpkin seeds during the day adds another 19 grams. That brings the daily total to 252 grams of carbs, just under 2,000 calories with sufficient protein and hitting the recommended target for fibre and 5 a day. You can revisit this meal plan at any time on the Carbs Cals website. You may have heard people talk about low-carb diets. This phrase can be confusing and there's no agreed definition in healthcare, the media, or the general population. The most recognised definition for a low-carb diet is between 50 and 130 grams of carbs per day. We'll cover low-carb diets in more detail in a separate video. Finally, it's important to consider not just the quantity of carbs, but the type and quality too. Instead of white bread, white rice and foods high in sugar, consider choosing whole grain varieties like plenty of fruits and vegetables. These contain more fibre, antioxidants, vitamins and minerals, which are linked to a healthy gut, a lower risk of heart disease and some cancers. You can monitor your daily carb consumption using the Carb and Calorie Counter book and app, plus plenty of carb-counted recipes in the soups, salads and smoothies books. Links to the full range of best-selling books are in the description below. So, do you know your daily carb intake? And do you have any carb counting tips to share with the Carbs Cals community? Pop them in the comments. Thank you for watching. We hope you found this video useful. If so, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and press the bell so you don't miss out on the weekly videos. Catch us on social and visit the website to download the 50 free health PDFs to get you started. See you in the next video.